Welcome back to Chartwell Uplift, everybody. It is week 16 of this project, and we have had some fantastic progress. We have the pros from Town & Country on site getting this torch on roof done, so we're going to talk about that and the details that are going on with that. If you're looking for a torch on partner, Town & Country is the company to choose. They are the best in the business, and they are fantastic to deal with. Town & Country, we love you. In the meantime, we're doing some more demolition on the main floor and just working our way towards being ready to rock and roll once we get that permit issued. You'll recall that we started the project without one because we didn't need one. We were just doing cosmetic. But as we've started to unpeel the layers of the onion on this one, we've come across a lot of rot. That's going to involve some structural work. Permit o'clock. So let's move outside here. So we are taking up the roof here, pulling up the old torch on roof here. We are unable to decouple the existing torch on roof from the plywood. So the team is pulling up the plywood and the old torch on, throwing that in the bin. And then we will put down new plywood here, new torch on roof, so that this deck is waterproof for the next 50 years. It's been 50 years since this house was built. Roof is definitely on its last legs. It was already leaking into the garage below us. So definitely has to get done. And this is how you get it done. Just work. We are here in the living room dining area. So I can't recall if this was all pulled up the last time we were here or not. I don't think it was. But you can see the old floor was done with some sort of glue product. We have pulled up the floor very, very nicely, it looks like. And then this will all get sanded flat and new flooring installed on top of this in the not too distant future. I was hoping that we would be able to shoot and show you guys what's going on over here, because holy Dinah, have we found a lot of rot. But unfortunately, none of us have X-ray vision that is available on site. So I can't see through the tarp. I'm guessing you can't either. Let's go upstairs. Okay, so one of the things that I talk with our team about all the time are these saddle points. And a saddle point is any time where you have a wall abutting into another wall. This spot right here is where we see 99.9% of leaks in all of the homes that we go into. So really and truly, the only way to 100% ensure that you don't have any issues with that on your home is to use a torch on membrane, have the pros come in, seal this all up. You can try and use peel and stick and whatever else, and sure, it'll probably work okay for a few years. But like, if you want full send bulletproof, you don't have to worry as a contractor and you don't have to worry as a homeowner about whether or not your house is going to leak. Torch on in these areas is the way to go. Now, I will flip over here so the shot is not quite so washed out, because it is a glorious morning here in beautiful Vancouver. Now, if you were downtown right now, you would be walking through the fog, but we are way up here in the mountains in the British properties, and this is what it looks like from up here. Sunshine and fog. It's one of the really neat things about living here in Vancouver is pretty much every year we have this fog happen, and of course that's happening because the ocean is warmer than the air. It creates condensation, sits on top of the water, fog. Pretty cool. Okay, so back to torch on membrane though, Kyle. One of the things that I coach all of my project managers to look for, and I'm gonna coach you to look for, is some sort of bleed on the torch on roof, right? We wanna see a little bit of goo coming out of this seam here. That tells us 100% for sure that we have a really good seal. Now, we obviously don't see that here. And so I'm going to talk to the roofing guys and get them to touch this up. Now, the reason why we're going to touch this up, see how I can get my fingers underneath here? So what happens is over the course of several years, you're going to get water finding its way underneath there. And during the winter, it does get to freezing and or frost here in Vancouver. And so that water expands as it freezes. And so it'll continuously lift this seam up over time and eventually find its way underneath the seam underneath here. Now, this is a 2 or 3 ply membrane I think we've got going on this roof. I know it's at least 2, base plus top coat or top cap. I was talking to the roofing dude before I started shooting, and he said that we've got actually 4 layers of torch on up here. So you know, again, like, are we going to stress out and lose our minds in this particular situation? Probably not. But nonetheless, like, I want to make sure that this does get touched up, because again, if I can get my nails underneath here, water can get underneath there, expand and lift that up. And over time, you'll get more water underneath there. The more water you get, the more it expands. And it's a freaking nightmare. So I've seen it happen. I know what to look for. Now you know what to look for. Okay, so one of the details that I want you thinking about and worrying about on your home is how the doors are detailed, right? So if you have a torch-on membrane, or if you have vinyl decking or anything like that, if you truly care about water not getting inside of your home, you need to have that vinyl decking or torch-on roofing roll up onto the door sill. The door will get installed on here, and that will ensure that, and then it'll get rod and caulked from the inside. So we will keep all water on this side of the door, so it can't go to the inside of the house. And the only way that you can assure that that will be the case is by rolling your roofing membrane up and into the door jamb. Really, really, really important. Make sure, if you're replacing your vinyl deck or anything like that, unless you have a massive overhang. But even then, even if you don't, if you're pressure washing or doing anything like that with water, if you don't have that roof membrane rolling up onto the door's threshold, you are going to have issues in the future. I guarantee it. Make sure you do it right. Okay, so the last part of this deck is obviously drainage. So we have 1, 2, 3 drains draining this deck, and that's draining onto this roof below us. We didn't design the house, we didn't come up with these details, and we're kind of sort of forced to go back to what's here. So nonetheless, we've got scuppers going out to the roof below us. You can see the downspouts already there. Probably not what I would do if I was building this house from scratch, if I'm being honest with you, but there's some things that we can do on renovations and completely change how it's done. And then there's other cases where it's pretty hard to reinvent the wheel. So again, it's there. Make sure your roofs drain. That's a wrap on today, everybody. If you find this content educational or entertaining, we sure would appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have a home that you've been dreaming about renovating, we would love to be your partners in success. You can give us a shout, or you can reach us on the web. Either or works. We just love to hear from you. In the meantime, stay awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye now.